Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, on my Clever Blocks and Things tutorial. Today, we are talking about another weapon, but it is not just any weapon. This potentially is the ultimate weapon. It's so OP, it actually makes me shiver to think about it. We're talking about the Trident. Tridents, like Neptune, are closely associated with the sea, and we'll talk about why in just a moment. They were first intimated as coming into the game in the November Minecon prior to the release of the Aquatic update. Jeb announced it and gave a little tease of a zombie being killed by a trident, and that got everybody very, very excited. They were added to the game in 18W07A snapshot, but you couldn't get them in survival, you can only get them in creative. And when the drowns were added in 18W11A, at that point the tridents became available. It was the 1.2.14.2 beta update that gave tridents to Bedrock. Now, there is no crafting recipe for a trident in Minecraft, and it's a real shame because I think it should be something, I don't know, perhaps like this to make a trident. 3 end rods and 4 prismarine walls. It's sort of trident-like, but sadly, no, that is not something you can do. The only way you can get a trident in Minecraft is to kill a drowned. Unfortunately, the chances of a drowned spawning with a trident in its hand are quite low. In Bedrock, it's about 15%, but in Java, it is only just over 6.25%. And that doesn't guarantee that it is going to drop that trident. There is actually only a very small percentage chance that it will drop the trident that it is carrying, because it carries it in its main hand and not its offhand. Drowns will drop anything that they're holding in their offhand, but not necessarily everything that they're holding in their main hand. So it turns out you got to kill nearly 200 drowns to get a trident in Java, and probably about 80 drowns to get a trident in Bedrock. So I'm going to chance my arm here and give this bloke a knock. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Not a chance. Like so many mobs in Minecraft, to get the best treasures out of a drowned, you have to kill them. So if you were to set up a farm that's AFK and you don't get involved with, you will never ever get a trident. You have to hit them yourself. Shall we give it another go? Come on, fella. Give me your spiky thing. Oh, no. In Bedrock, a zombie that falls in the water and becomes a drowned after 30 seconds can hold a trident. It is possible. It is not possible in Java. As a result of that, it's pretty clear that you've got a much higher chance of getting a trident in the Bedrock version of the game than you have in the Java version of the game. This fella is starting to wobble. He's not enjoying being under the water. Oh dear. Are you a bit chilly there, mate? Or are you doing some terrible, terrible transformation? Transformation it is. Now, trying to get your trident off of a drowned is extremely difficult. If you'll see there, that did 4 hearts of damage. 4 hearts of damage. Where is he? Where is he? He's there. He's there. He can throw that every 1.5 seconds. He is very good at throwing this trident. You cannot pick up a trident that is thrown by a drowned, but you can be killed by it. I gave up trying to kill drowns and I took a trident out of the creative inventory. I know it's cheating, but what can you do? A trident is the only weapon that can be used for both melee and also ranged weaponry. To use it for melee, you just need to press it as if you're hitting like a sword with your left mouse button, and it does a reasonable amount of damage. Just this is an unenchanted trident. 2 hits and that got that cow. And also there's another cow around here. You're being hunted. You can also use it for a ranged attack the same way as a bow. Press and hold the left mouse button and then throw the trident. You can then collect that trident again, press and hold, throw the trident, collect the trident, and it does a lot of damage. Like all weapons, the trident can get a number of enchantments on it. We'll first of all look at what the enchanting table can do, because you can enchant them in an enchanting table. You need exactly the same method of enchantment as other things. Get your trident in there and you can get up to 3 levels of enchantment. So we've got Unbreaking there, which is rubbish. Impaling 2, which is quite decent, although it does get a lot better. And Loyalty 3, which is the best loyalty you can get. The available enchantments are Riptide, Loyalty, Channeling, Impaling, Mending and Unbreaking. We'll talk about all of those separately. You can also get the Curse of Vanishing, which is horrible because when you die, so does the Trident. I've enchanted all of these tridents now with just one single enchantment, although you can mix and match these enchantments up to 4 times. So mending is like any other mending enchantment. As you get experience, it mends the trident for you because each time you use it, it takes a little bit of damage. This mending will make sure that you don't ever lose it. Unbreaking just extends the amount of time that it takes for that durability to drop. Currently, this Trident has got 246 out of the 250 maximum durability that you get from a Trident. Each time you use it, that durability is going to go down far slower. These 4 are unique to the Tridents: Riptides, Loyalty, Channeling and Impaling. So let's talk about those. Now the first enchantment we're going to talk about is Riptide. Riptide is great. It makes you move very, very quickly. I've currently got a set of Elytra on. Yeah, I took them from Creative Inventory as well, but I'm holding my Riptide Trident. Yep, that's my Riptide Trident. And when you fly through rain and you throw the Trident, you travel with it. So I'm now flying along the course that the Trident would take. If I do it again, there we go. There's the Riptide enchantment at work. If I do it again, there we go. We travel along with it. It is absolutely brilliant. You can also use it in water too. So let's go down and go under the water. You travel just a short distance very, very quickly under the water. However, I find it is much more fun when you're flying in the rain. The next enchantment is Loyalty, and it is exactly like it says on the tin. Loyalty means this is now loyal to me. If I throw it at this poor defenseless cow, it comes back to me, so I don't have to run and get it myself. I can just throw it at the cow again, and if I miss, that doesn't matter. It comes back. Where's that cow gone? Come here. There we go. Now, that means that you can not just throw it at mobs, you could throw it and miss. It comes right back to you, thank you very much. And that means if you... Oh, where'd that target come from? If you throw it at a target or some other block, right in the gold. It comes straight back to you. The next enchantment is Impaling. And I've got a few here just to demonstrate because I haven't put the Loyalty enchantment on this. Although you could do if you wanted to. Impaling means that aquatic creatures, for example Guardians, take more damage with this particular instrument. So if I was to shoot this at the Guardian, it would take far more damage than if I was just hitting it with some normal weapon. So if I keep going at this one, 2 hits and that drowned is gone. This is true of any aquatic creature except for drowned. Drowned, despite the fact of being aquatic, they do not get affected by the Impaling enchantment. The next enchantment is Channeling, and I've added Loyalty onto this because it's going to help me out in a minute. So I'm going to shoot the Trident at this creeper on the right hand side, hopefully get through that gap. It is thunderstorming, that is important. He gets hit by lightning. That is awesome. He is now a charged creeper. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to separate these creepers so as they can get closer together. Now, in normal circumstances, this would be a little trickier, I grant you. But they now come closer together. What I'm now going to try and do is get them to explode. More specifically, I want to get this fella to explode first. This is where it gets hard. Now, I've come into survival mode and I'm wanting this creeper to blow up first, which means I need to approach it very slowly and it be closer than the other creeper is. And if I do that, it will explode and it will drop a creeper head along with the zombie there. Did you see that coming to get me? So if I grab this, creeper head, perfect. It'll also drop the head of any other mobs that it might have killed at the same time. In Bedrock, if you put tridents into a dispenser, and you can get a lot more tridents in Bedrock because they're a lot easier to get, they will shoot out of that dispenser just like an arrow dispenser, which is very exciting. Try it in Java and it just sort of flops out like any other item. Who says Bedrock isn't better than Java sometimes? Like arrows, tridents can be used to push buttons and pressure plates. So I'm just going to lob this at this pressure plate here. On comes the lights, and then off they go again. So as you can see, tridents are quite probably the best weapon in the game, but they are so difficult to get. It probably makes sense to make them that difficult because they are very, very OP. There are a few tridents in the background there. Fortunately, these guys don't want to eat my face at the moment. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. And also, where are they all going? Goodness me. If you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in the sub club, and I'll look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.